It begins with a whisper in the dark, a breath that isn't hers. When Emma Holt moves back to Maple Hollow to care for her dying father, she only expects quiet nights and the weight of old memories. But every morning, her father wakes trembling, saying, "It watched me again." The town dismisses him as senile until Emma finds him dead, eyes open, fixed on the window. The neighbors claim the watcher returns each generation, always staring through glass, waiting for someone to wake. Emma feels its gaze each night, like air pressing on her chest. One evening, unable to resist, she looks toward the window and sees something. A shadow with no face, only movement. Her lights flicker, her reflection shifts, and the truth hits. Her father wasn't imagining things. Something watches the sleepers in Maple Hollow, and now it knows she's seen it too at 3:11 a.m. Every mirror in Maple Hollow shows something wrong. A blur, a reflection that shouldn't exist. Emma begins noticing her phone camera glitching, always when she's near a sleeping person. The sheriff, Miles Turner, believes it's paranoia until his patrol car records a tall shape beside an abandoned vehicle. It doesn't move, but when he looks closer, it's staring directly into the lens. The next day, he's found asleep at his desk, unresponsive, eyes burned black. Locals whisper that the watcher takes your sight first. Emma collects every piece of evidence and finds a horrifying pattern. The creature appears clearer in every new reflection, as if drawing closer to the waking world. When she turns off her phone and closes her eyes, it whispers through static, "Don't look." But Emma already has, and the image remains burned behind her eyelids, alive even when she blinks that a child draws pictures of townsfolk sleeping, each with dark, hollow eyes and something tall watching from corners. By morning, everyone he drew vanishes without a trace. Emma visits the boy, trembling as he says, "I didn't draw it, it showed me." She realizes that those who've seen the watcher are marked through their own vision. The more you fear it, the more it sees you. Sheriff Turner's replacement, Officer Reed, dismisses her warnings until his body is found surrounded by hundreds of torn photographs, all showing the same faceless shape. Cole Avery, a local journalist, joins Emma to expose the truth, uncovering decades of hidden deaths tied to the sleeper's curse. They find an old rule scrawled in a diary. If you see it, don't tell. If you tell, it listens. That night, their walls start breathing. The watcher has heard its name spoken again. Bodies appear across town with burn marks circling their eyes, as if scorched by light itself. Emma and Cole dig through the old church archives, discovering a colonial myth of the Midnight Watcher, a being that feeds on human sight to survive in darkness. Old portraits reveal familiar faces. The same figure has appeared in Maple Hollow every 77 years. Emma realizes her father had studied the Watcher before he died. His notes warn that it chooses a successor, someone to see for it. Every time Emma looks into a reflection, her pupils darken. She's becoming its vessel. Cole urges her to stop sleeping, but exhaustion claws at her mind. That night, she dreams of her father whispering, "You opened the door." She wakes screaming, and in her mirror, her reflection doesn't move. It's smiling, watching, waiting for her to blink again. Sleep becomes impossible. Every time Emma's eyes close, she hears whispers layered under her breath. Hundreds of voices saying, "Stay awake, and it can't take you." But the body can't resist forever. People collapse from exhaustion, and those who do never wake again. Cole discovers that the Watcher doesn't kill, it replaces. Its victims breathe but no longer dream. Hollow bodies serving as eyes for the entity. Emma begins seeing them everywhere. Her mailman, her neighbor, even her reflection smiling when she doesn't. As she weakens, she starts hearing lullabies from her childhood, sung by her dead father's voice. She realizes it's not trying to scare her, it's lulling her to sleep. In her final moment of wakefulness, she feels the bed sink beside her. A shadow leans close and whispers, "Now rest and see for me." Darkness devours Maple Hollow when a storm cuts all power. No lights, no sound, just breathing in the black. People huddle together, terrified to close their eyes. The Watcher no longer hides. It walks among them, feeding on fear. Cole sets up old battery-powered recorders, capturing a low hum echoing through the air like a heartbeat. He pieces together the truth. It's not a ghost, but an ancient parasite that travels through dreams, using consciousness as a host. Every sleeping mind opens another door for it to enter reality. As the hours drag, screams echo outside. The watcher now claims anyone who lets their eyes fall shut. Cole tries to keep Emma awake, but she's slipping fast. As dawn nears, she mumbles through cracked lips. If no one dreams, it dies. He knows what she's asking. One of them must go into its world. Cole rigs an EEG monitor to Emma, tethering her consciousness between sleep and waking. As she descends into slumber, her heart rate spikes. The machine flickers violently. Inside the dream, Emma walks through endless corridors filled with people standing still, eyes open, silently screaming. They're the missing, the watcher's prisoners, eternally dreaming. Each time she looks at one, their eyes bleed black. A towering shadow emerges behind her, whispering, "You're mine now." She runs, realizing the only way to free them is to wake them all. But waking them also means freeing the watcher itself. Cole shouts her name from the waking world as the readings spike off the chart. Emma grabs the creature's face, cold as stone, and screams, "Open your eyes." Everything dissolves into blinding white. Cole finds her body still, eyes open, but smiling faintly, as if she finally saw everything. Maple Hollow wakes to silence. The power returns, the missing remain gone, and Emma's house stands empty. Cole buries her beside her father and publishes her final notes, a warning that no one should sleep near mirrors or screens. The town begins to move on, whispering her name with gratitude and fear. Months later, a new family moves into Emma's old home. Their daughter, Lily, wakes in the night and tells her mother, "Someone's in my room." The parents dismiss it, until they find her standing at the window, eyes open, smiling faintly. Outside, in the reflection of the glass, a tall shadow watches them sleep. The clock turns to 3:11 a.m., and the lights flicker once. The watcher breathes again, patient, waiting for the next dreamer who dares to open their eyes. The cycle continues, because the watcher never sleeps.